Hey there ninjas, thought I'd do a quick video and explain a little bit about SEO and how you can get started trying to rank your pages in search engines, trying to get those page one, top three type rankings. What I normally do is, it's pretty basic stuff really. I mean, SEO is not basic, but what I do is I try and simplify things, and it seems to work really well for me because I do things like different to other people, I guess. And I mean, I do things that other people do, but what I normally focus on are things like my content. So I normally focus on like optimizing my pages more for users. So I try and make my sites easy to navigate, easy to read, and I structure my site so it's all relevant to whatever the person is searching for. So say if they're searching for best wireless headphones, well, on that page I would only have information about the best wireless headphones or stuff to do with wireless headphones. So as soon as they land on that page, they're going to have, you know, what they've searched for. So if they've searched in Google best wireless headphones and I've got my title tag as best wireless headphones 2017, for example, I would have that as my header, and I'd have you know, some eye-grabbing paragraphs and other headings and calls to action and then things like that to let them know that's what this page is all about. They're going to get the best information from that page and why they should read it and all that sort of stuff. So I think that's important because you've only got a split second to capture someone's attention, and if you can grab their attention, they're going to stay on your site for longer and hopefully read it, and you know, maybe go to another page of yours or hit an affiliate link or buy something from you, depends on what you're doing with your site. Short paragraphs, things like that, that's another thing that I've always done. I notice a lot of people still have big blocks of text, and you know, like they'll have probably 4 or 5 sentences in one paragraph. I normally only do, like if you've seen on my blog or in emails and things like that, I'll do 1 sentence, new paragraph. I mean, it just breaks things up. And the reason why I mainly do that is because I think of my mobile phone readers and, you know, people on handheld devices. By making really short sentences, it's a lot easier for them to read, because if you try and read something, you know, that has, you know, 4 or 5 sentences in one paragraph, it's just one big giant block of text, and it is really hard to read. So that's another thing I do. So short paragraphs, good headlines, and eye-grabbing, you know, attention-grabbing first paragraphs and headings and things like that to get them on site to stay on. Now, your content's also got to be pretty good. You want to answer all those questions that the person might have that's related to the keyword that you're targeting. So like I said, if they land on your page after searching for best wireless headphones, you want to make sure you've got all the information on there that a person would want when searching for that. Another thing is like good internal linking. You want to link out to pages, only pages that are related to wireless headphones and things that are really closely related to it. Another thing is, don't be scared to link out to other websites that are going to help make your page more resourceful. I mean, I wouldn't do that on review type pages, because the main focus of a review is to get them to click your affiliate link or buy a product that you're promoting. Now, with that said, there are ways that you can place external links on your page that doesn't you know, look obvious to a reader. So for example, say there's a sentence, it could be while writing this article on the best wireless headphones, I came across a few that have different specs and blah blah blah, and at the end of that I might put like a reference number. So it might be a bracket, then a number 1, then close the bracket, and then I'll link that number 1 to the external site. So I won't have a keyword, I won't have a word or anything like that. It's just going to be a number that links out to that external site. I mean, you probably noticed that on, if you go to authoritynutrition.com, they do that a lot. It's like a reference number that they link out to external sites with. I've been doing that. Actually, I believe it works, and you know, if you're making your site resourceful, it looks resourceful in Google's eyes. I mean, you can still link out to keywords or just put the URL there. I'm just saying for your review pages, don't do it, because you want, the whole idea for those pages is to get people to buy your whatever you're promoting. Now, so linking out to other sites, making your page a good resource for people, that's also going to help. Backlinks is big. I mean, it's always been big. If you don't understand what backlinks really are, pretty much it's more like a vote. I always tell people that ask me, oh, you know, what's the actual backlink, especially people that don't understand what I do. So when you think about it, it's like a popularity contest when you're online. Now, a backlink really is just a vote. So if you've got, say, 10 teams, which is your 10 results in search engines, and you know, there's a big panel of people that are voting for the most popular out of those 10, or out of how many teams there actually are. So the most votes, and the most votes will get that team up to the top of, you know, might become first, second or third. Now, there are votes that are counted more than others. So say if someone's, say if there's a celebrity, or say if there's someone that's got a high authority, I'm talking about like in a website, if you're thinking of it as a website, say there's a high authority website that links to your page, or links to, that votes for you, well then that vote is going to count more than less important people, I guess you could say, or less important websites. So think of it as like a popularity contest, but not all votes are created equal. Now, backlinking, it can be hard, but try and keep it simple. Now, there's lots of tools out there. My favorite is SEMrush. I mean, you can jump on there, you can find keywords and competitors' backlinks. You can have a look at paid advertising and how people are writing their copy and what type of keywords they're targeting, things like that. But you can put in a competitor's website. I'll put a link in the description for it. There's a 14-day trial. But you can put in a competitor's website and analyze their backlinks. Now, a lot of the time, these type of backlinks you can just go out and get. They could be like a forum or a profile backlink. All you have to do is just register for an account, put your backlink there, and you've got a backlink from your competitor that your competitor has pointing to their site. So if they're ranking better than you, well, then you can steal these backlinks and hopefully outrank them in the future. Now, there could be Web 2 type backlinks, like free blogs. If they've got them, well, what you do is you create a Web 2 very similar on that same platform. Could be Weebly, Blogger, Tumblr, wherever. You know, but do it better. So when I create my Web 2 properties, a lot of people, what they do is they'll just put one article on a, you know, like a Weebly page or a WordPress.com page, or might even be just one Tumblr page. Don't do that. You want to sort of make it like a mini site. So I'll put like 3 to 5 articles on that one blog. So for example, if it's a Weebly blog, I'll have 5 articles. I'll have my home page and a few supporting articles. I'll link out to my money site on the home page mainly, and I can also link out to other pages on my money site, or I can link out to other websites that I own, or put my affiliate links on the Web 2 as well. Now, the reason why I like to add more pages is because I like to make it, like I said, like a little mini site. Now, these are put there mainly for backlinks, but I also want to get traffic to these Web 2s as well. So if I can rank those Web 2.0 properties, well, that's just going to build trust for that page, and also pass it to my money site. So the more it gets, you know, authority and or page rank type stuff, the more it's going to pass juice to my money site. So what I'll do is I'll stay active on those Web 2.0. So WordPress and Tumblr and things like that, you can like other people's posts, comment and share, and a lot of the time it will show an internal link from their blog saying the author, so say your author name is Warren Wheeler, or my author name is Warren Wheeler, it'll link back to my profile or my page or WordPress site saying, you know, Warren Wheeler liked this, and then there's a link there going back to that. It's just going to keep building authority to that page. So you can also build backlinks to those Web 2.0 properties that bring them more authority, passing it to your Web 2.0s. Blog comments, I don't care what anyone says, they still work. A lot of people say that blog commenting doesn't work. You want to have, you don't want to spam sites, you want to make your blog comments stick. And what I mean by that is you want to actually add value to the blog owner's site. And I normally just ask questions or try and get them to engage with me, and I'll have a link to my site, but I won't say that it's my site, of course. I'll just say, what do you think about this person's opinion? Or, you know, I just finished reading this website with a link and what they said didn't really make sense. Do you have more information about X product? So I'll drop the link, and you know, I'll just go and comment on all relevant type blogs. It just diversifies things as well. A lot of them are going to be no follow, but that doesn't matter because you want a good mix of do follow and no follow backlinks. So yeah, so we want good user engagement, good user experience on your website, fast loading page. So you want good site speed. You want backlinks from all different sources, and I'm not just talking about Web 2, I'm not just talking about blogging, blog comments. There's forum posting, community posts, image sharing, infographics. There's so many different ways you can go about it, but I highly recommend, even if you just give the trial a go with SEMrush, you will be absolutely amazed at how much more productive you're going to be, and how much more savvy sort of thing that you're going to be when you're building backlinks if you download or if you sign up for SEMrush and start using their service. Now there are others like Keyword Finder and things like that, but you want to use SEMrush because you want to be able to steal backlinks from your competitors and find backlinks from other related sites, because if you can get easy wins or easy backlinks, it's only going to help your website, and you're going to be ranking above your competitors very easily. Something else, YouTube videos. YouTube's going to be really big. You know, it is really big, but if you can get links from YouTube, whether that be creating your own videos, or it might be just videos without you on it or whatever, get videos up, link them to your money site, and even if you get on and comment on other videos and drop a link, don't do it spammy, make sure you're doing it the same as I do with commenting, blog commenting. Drop a link. Some will get, won't get approved automatically, some will, but sometimes if it goes through a manual approval process from the YouTuber, if you write your comments right, they'll approve it. Sometimes they won't. Don't worry about it, move on. Another thing is, social signals. So a lot of people in the past said that social signals have no impact on your rankings. That's a load of crap. I just know that it is. I've had a site that was just dormant, and I sent some social signals to it, and it just started ranking. So because it just kept getting shared and liked, and once it got shared and liked, well, more and more people were seeing it. Google's getting more data, and it also, you know, because it was getting shared, well, organic links and things like that were starting to come to it. So I can just say that now that social signals do matter. So if you can get people sharing your site, make sure you've got your big buttons on there for sharing buttons and all that sort of stuff. Try and get the word out. Try and get people sharing, or you can even buy social signals and things like that, but just make sure they're from a really good provider and they're actually really good signals and engaging. And you can also boost your pages and things like that from Facebook and Instagram, all that sort of stuff. So if you want to spend a little bit of money boosting them, getting shares and likes, well, you can do that. And there was another one that's just gone off the top of my head that I wanted to cover. It's absolutely gone. I do apologize. But anyway, those are the basics. It'll probably come back to me in a minute. Get your website up, good content, good long content. I mean, not every single page has to be, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 words. Like I've got websites out there that have 13 pages out there that have 13,000 words on the page. That ranks really, really well. But I do have other pages that have, say, 2,000 words or 1,000 words. They rank exceptionally well as well. It's just going to depend on the keyword. So what I like to do is look at the top, say, 5 to 10 results in Google for your keyword that you're chasing. Have a look how many words that they have on their pages. You want to do better than that, and you want to have better content, and make sure it's fully optimized. You want to have your image tags optimized. You want to have, I'm saying, like your file name. You want that optimized. You want your alt tags and title tags and all that sort of stuff. You want your H3 tags, everything all optimized. You want your page silo structured. It just helps so much for rankings. Not even kidding, it helps so much. But you want a good user experience because you want them to stay on your site long enough to read your content, get them excited about products or whatever you're promoting or whatever you're trying to do on your site, and then get them to an affiliate link or whatever you want them to do. So another thing is, like, I never really cared about it before, but having a secure server now is a big thing. I've noticed it just helps with conversions. Basically, because Google's telling people now that this site's not secure, and that sort of just rings alarm bells for people, and they're not going to trust your website. So if you can get a secure server, so HTTPS extension on your domain names, do it. And I do it now because Google's pretty much forcing everyone to do it, especially if you've got forms and things like that on your site or checkout pages. It's just going to make sense because, like I said, it's going to turn people off when they get that big red thing saying this is not a secure site. Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. Just thought I'd do a real quick one and explain a few things about SEO and what I think works and what works for me. So if you do that on your site, I'm sure you'll see some better rankings. Oh, I just come back to me about what I forgot. Google Search Console. Make sure you've got that installed. Keep an eye on all your keywords that you're ranking for or showing up for in the search results. I mean, if you've got keywords that are showing up on page 3, 4, or 5, you want to optimize those keyword pages for the keywords that are coming in. So for example, say one of your pages, you might be ranking pretty good for different keywords, but you might be also showing up in search results or getting impressions for a longer string of that keyword. You might want to start optimizing for that a little bit more to get more targeted visitors to your site. So things like trying to get your click-through rate, so when they see that keyword in Google, you might want to change the title tag, or you might want to add that keyword in your description, or build some backlinks trying to target longer string keywords. Google sort of gives you enough information to optimize your pages for. So if you can get your click-through rates up, it's going to help with rankings eventually, and hopefully you'll start getting more traffic from all different keywords as well. But yeah, keep an eye on your Google Search Console, which is Google Webmasters. Keep an eye on that because you will see errors and things like that too. You want to make sure you fix those up. Submit your posts and fetch as Googlebot. Every time I submit a post, you probably don't have to if you've got your sitemap and everything all organized, but a lot of the time I'll still submit my new pages that I create and fetch them as Googlebot. Just speeds things up, I think. But yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to talk about. So hopefully this has helped you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm going to talk a little bit more about Web 2 properties and things like that and how I go about it. But they're pretty basic. It just goes that little bit step further than other people normally do. Alright, so see you in the group, and thanks for watching.